What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the Mr. Winslow channel. I am Mr. Winslow, your host, and today we are going to be discussing the gender war that is taking place in America as we speak. This gender war has men hating women, men competing with women at a fever pitch. But nowhere else in the United States is this gender war as entrenched or as vile as in the black community. Now, I've been black for 40 years, and I know there are going to be some people out there that just say, well, you know what? It's a war that's going to continue going on, and there's nothing you or anybody else can do about it. Let it run its course. Yes, I understand there's some people that are going to do that. I understand that there are some people that don't believe in having a solution-driven mind, but here at Mr. Winslow, we have a solution-driven mindset towards things. And I have come up with 3 possible solutions that could put us on the road to a lasting peace. I believe the gender war has gone on long enough, and I do believe these 3 points that we will discuss is going to put us on the road to peace. So let's get started, shall we? First and foremost, peace of mind needs to be sought out if we are going to call ourselves being in a relationship with someone. The man must have peace of mind and the woman must have peace of mind, because both of them with the same mindset is going to encourage productivity. Both of them are going to be pulling in the same direction. If someone does not have peace of mind and someone is paired with a person who does have peace of mind, then they are going to be frustrated at best. They are basically an accident waiting to happen, and that is something that we must avoid. So peace of mind is very important. Number 2, we must have an age appropriateness about ourselves. We must expect certain things because we are certain ages. Classic example, a 10-year-old is supposed to act like a 10-year-old. A 30-year-old is supposed to act like a 30-year-old, and so on. Your age should be appropriate to the way that you act. You should act the part. There is just no excuse in the world for somebody who is 70 years old and they are trying to be 15 years old. No, that's not going to work. That would be like me getting out trying to play full court basketball like I used to do when I was 10 years old, and I'm running with guys that are 15. No, they're going to embarrass the living hell out of me because I am not doing something that is age appropriate. So it is very important that we take a stock of that situation when it comes to age appropriateness and the level that we operate on. The man must be age appropriate, the woman must be age appropriate, and they must act the part. Finally, we must take a stock of our strengths and limitations. Your strengths and limitations are going to give you the realization of what you can and cannot do. This is very important, because there are some people that believe that they can whip the world with one hand tied across their ass. That's not going to happen. Your strengths and limitations are going to force you to say, you know what, I can't do this thing. I'm going to need help for this. I am going to have to find someone that shares the same peace of mind, is the same age appropriateness, and the same strengths and limitations, or nearly the same strengths and limitations that I have in order to excel. My greatest wish is to have black men and black women, basically all women, no matter what race, because the gender war crosses color lines. But since I'm a black man, I feel that we should start with my community. Yes, I do believe that is appropriate. I don't believe that's racist at all. So I do believe that the black man and the black woman should come together and acquiesce. And when they acquiesce, they need to say, well, you know what? She needs to be propped up on this leaning side, so I'm going to extend my help to her. She could turn around then and say, well, you know what, since he did this for me, I'm going to lend a helping hand to him. That is what strengths and limitations are all about, because no one is independent and no one can make it in this world on their own. I get so sick and tired when I hear black women, and there are black men that say it, I am independent. I don't need anyone. What a load of bullshit that is. Please do not, excuse my French, fuck and fool yourself into thinking that you can make it all by yourself. There is no way that you can do that. When you came screaming into this world, it took at least a mother and father to get you here, on top of the families of the mother and father, on top of the hospital staff, on top of the countless friends that you had throughout your life. And yes, even in your profession and your recreation, you are still not alone. Some of you are scuba divers, some of you are skydivers, some of you are soldiers, some of you are teachers, doctors, lawyers, whatever the case may be. You do not exist in this world totally independent and by yourself. All of this hogwash about I can make it on my own is just that. It's hogwash. It's lower than bullshit, because no one does that. We can see from a military perspective that when the soldier is pinned down, he can call in an airstrike. We can see from a scholastic perspective, when the child needs help, the teacher or the students in the classroom can help them. So, in closing, strengths and limitations are very vital. Let's do a brief recap. Peace of mind is number one. We need to have age appropriateness in the person that we are seeking. And also we need to understand with a very thoroughness our strengths and limitations. I do believe that the gender war needs to be stopped. I don't believe that we should kill each other. I believe that we should come together. I believe that loving each other is going to be far more enjoyable than killing each other. So, here at Mr. Winslow, we're going to focus on that solution. So, please view the video. It will help you. I'm sure it will. It still helps me. And until next time, YouTube community, God bless.